Okay, good morning, everyone. So, okay, around 120. Okay, I think we start the class. Okay, these notes. Okay, certain part of notes I also will go to one now, but I focus on the practical part. Okay, uh, actually, all these practicals get part by part from the certain part of the notes lah. Okay, so notes you can study yourself, but I also will go to one round, but I will focus on the practical one first. Okay, all the practical part, and like what I show you on the folder lah. Okay, all these folders I'm going to do one by one. Okay, so this few folder I will finish fill out the file. Okay. Okay, okay, I will start. Okay, maybe I copy first. Okay, so no need to wait again. So I'll start class. Okay, good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to start this chapter 4. Okay, continue by the chapter 4. So I'm going to start with the static variable and the instant variable. So we look at the programs. So this is all whatever variable you create. Okay, you didn't mention any special keyword called static. So all this variable is instant variable. And the instant variable is belong to one object. Okay, whenever you set a value, all the value only belong to one object. Okay, unless you see the keyword static there. Then a static variable is referred to variable that share by all the objects. Okay, remember, one is belong to one object. Static variable is a variable belong to all the objects. Okay, maybe I can give you one very simple example. Blood color. Blood color is a static variable because everyone also the blood is the red color one. Okay, so blood color we can declare it as a static variable because the blood color is for every person is the same. Okay, but blood type is instant variable. Blood type because got people A, got people A minus, okay, AB plus, AB minus, and so on. So this is a blood type. So blood type you declare it as an instant variable because each person they have a different blood types. But blood color for sure, everyone also red color. So this blood color we can declare it as a static variable. Okay, so this is thing. So now I'm going to copy the file from this. Okay, we're going to the default static variable first. Okay, default static variable. So we paste refactor copy. Okay. Okay, now we go to this. We go import. Okay, for the submission of it. Oh, why is that? Undo. Okay, wait. Yeah. Create a new one. Okay, I accidentally delete. Okay, for the for or wherever. Okay, so I'll copy again. Paste. Copy below. Okay. Okay, so start. We'll go to this file, try to make it bigger size. Okay, so all these data members, okay, we call it instance, variable. Okay, all this is instance variable. I create one. Oh, maybe I can. Okay, all this is a data member. So this is an instance variable. Then go to create one. This static variable. Okay, so you can create. It's a default, right? Default static variable. So they got keyword static. Okay, in student count. Okay, so how you can see a difference? The difference here is you got one keywords static. Okay, those without the keyword one, there's an instant variable. Okay, though with keyword one, then is static variable. Okay, so this one is instant variable belong to single objects. Okay, belong to one object, and static variable belong to all objects. Okay, and then normally use class name to call. By practice, so we can use a class name to call this static variable. Okay, in the professional way. Even though we can use object name to call, like student one dot methods, but it's more better is use the name of the class to call for the static variable. Okay, use class name to call the methods. Okay, call this variable. So now we're going to add one. I already add one line here. Okay, so this one is the what I mean, the static variable. So this one we put on the folder called default static variable. So why default? Because I didn't put any keyword in front. Private, whatever, no, not yet. Okay, so the first version I use this. Okay, so after that I save. Okay, this one when you go to use it, every time you create object, they'll add one. Okay, so where should we put? Okay, here got two these constructors. So the student count plus plus. Okay, where should we put? Okay, so we put on the okay, this one we're going into core. This one. Okay, so we can put it here. Okay, student count plus plus. Okay, sample plus And then one more notes, you must take notes. One more important thing is static variable you cannot put inside the parameter. You cannot put it here. Okay, so I just put the explanation here. Static variable cannot put on constructor parameter. Okay, the static standard practice. Okay, so static variable cannot put on constructor parameter. So that means you cannot put any static variable on this list. Okay, you just can put something like this. Okay, just this student count plus. So here we no need to put any. If you put another row student count here, then they will duplicate. This one, you're going to call these methods, and they will do the count plus. So you cannot put your student count from both sides. If not, they are duplicate. Okay, that means they'll double count. They'll run two times. Okay, so since this one will call this another constructor, so they automatically will +1. So you no need to add the student count plus here. Okay, so this is what we need to do. Okay, then this is static variable. Then now we go to the test class. Okay, to test this alone. Okay, this one, and then this one. Okay, so hope that you remember why I need to put like that. Then I go to test students. And just how I mentioned to you, static variable use class name to call. So the class name here is this. Okay. This one also can be. Okay. But it's not the standard one. Okay. The variable name can call as well. So maybe I can show you here. So here, this is the first student. Okay, first student. Then I'm going to print the static variable. So before ending, so this one, daughter yeah. So plus the, as I tell you, using the class name to call dot student. Yeah, how you can see, this one is a class name. Of course, the variable name also can. Okay, they I give you the same answer. So maybe I show you here as well. This one I put, instead of a student, I just put STU01. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the standard practice. So always remember, our static variable normally we use a class name to refer. Okay, not object, because all the objects share the same value. Okay, so our standard practice, okay, is using the class name to call. Okay, standard practice you to call. Okay, okay, this one is not a standard practice. Okay, so both also will give you the same answer. Okay, this one will give you the same answer. Okay, I just copy one line, just tell you we use the class name to call, and here we add in one more before ending. This so now I'm going to run. Okay, so I run this one. The answer here, when you create one object, the value here is 1. Okay, 1 1. Then after that you add another object, then the answer here become 2 2. Okay, yeah, so this one will become 2. Okay, maybe I can put all of them out together. Okay, it's not a standard practice. So I try to put then you see all this is the same answer. Okay, these 2 rows will print 1 1. Okay, then go to here, they will 3 3 2 2 2. All will give you the same answer, even though that's why this time I mentioned to you is the static variable is belong to all the objects. So every object refer to the this variable, they all get the same answer. So that's why in practice we use a class name to call. Okay, oh, this class name. Okay, use class name to call. Okay, even though the variable name also can get the same answer, but that is not a standard practice. Okay, standard practice we use a class name to call for all the static variable. So now I try to run this. Okay, so this is what we expected. You add one student, then even use variable name to call or use the class name to call, they will give you the same answer. Same with this, all is 2. These 3 rows also display the answer with 2. So it's no point use object name to call. Better use a class name to call. These to call our parameter constructor. What is the reason we need to use these to call out parameter constructor? In non-conventional, instead just direct pass the value to the constructor. Okay, the reason behind why we need to put this one, because every time you add one student, this amount is +1. Every time you add one student, then the student will +1. So you no need to so headache. How many students currently you have? Even if you drop the student whatever, in the end, they give you the actual accurate number of students remain. Okay, so why we need to use this one to call this? Okay, so because this is a default constructors. Okay, so the practice is less parameter one call more parameter one. Okay, less call many one. This is a practice. So that's why I use this one to replace my student. So they will call this one. So when you know with default constructor, you call the below one. Another meaning is they also will do it this. They also doing these steps in the student +1. So you cannot put student count and hit the below here. Okay, if you put another student count and below, you double count. Because this one you call the below, they already +1, then it's alone also plus another one, then your number of students is not accurate. Okay, so that's why this one is the call constructor. This one call the below one. Okay, but somehow some of the programs they ask you to put default value one. Means they will ask you to do this. I'll say give you a sample. most of the program I saw from the practical one, you put like this. You initialize all this one with default value. Okay, so if in normal case they'll do this, just assume all the value is empty. This is one space. Okay, this is a reason why I put here one space. Okay, so this is for character one. Okay, so this is normal practice. We do this. We never straight away put some value there. We just put all refer to the original value. What is it? All the variable you declare in this part, all the value you declare in this part, okay, they'll show you the default value. Okay, all the value, this is a class variable, so we call it class variable or instant variable. So all the variable you create here, you no need to specify default value. They automatically given you a default value. Okay, and here you declare like this, the automatic is 0 because it's integer. Double is 0.0. Boolean confirms a false. And char is one empty space. So I put like this. Okay, one empty space. And name and string ID is all empty. Okay, they will automatic. So that's why all variable you create on a class variable. Okay, that means this variable belong to a class. All will get default value. So you no need to specify. They understood. Okay, so by default it's 0. So now we go run it. So this one I run it. So the answer is this. Okay, so this one we use default. So now I go to copy this file to the next folder. Copy. Now I go to show you the private. Okay, means I also add like others. Put one private keyword here. Then the operation, then you need to change a bit. Okay, so I copy. So now we go to this folder. Okay, folder 5. Paste. What's wrong? Cannot copy. Okay, let me check. Copy. Paste. Cái này nó lâu rồi đó. Okay, let me clean. Yeah, now why Saturday cannot. So this one, I copy. I come to here, paste. I just paste it there. Okay, so the folder name might change a bit only. Okay, there's a name difference at folder 5. Proceed. Copy paste like normal. Check the folder 5 private static. Okay. Okay, why Saturday got error anyway now? Yeah, just put that package. Some problems. Copy like this. Move to class connect folder. Change packet declaration to folder file.
So the variable got space.
Variable got space.
Yeah, the
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Wait. You same okay. Wait lah.
The folder name also.
Folder name. Folder file dash private. Oh you. Like that, I think better delete. So trouble. I copy the refactor, but they not allow me to copy the poems. Right click, paste. Give me all this. Yeah, check. Yeah, I just change the packet name. Okay, why they not allow me?
The folder name.
Yeah, no. I just change like that. Maybe too many same file already. They like confused a bit. They got error. How come? I was setting.
Folder name at the left. Yeah.
Huh?
At the left side, the folder name. You see the left side. Left.
Left.
The folder name up. This
Folder,
one.
folder file. What's all?
Go space at the variable day.
This one. Okay, wait lah. What space me? Aish.
The static also. The static also have a space there.
Thank you. Why suddenly got space one? Oh, let me the fuse. Okay, now okay. Okay, thanks. Because I don't know why it's an error actually. I can't see early morning. Okay, so never mind. So now we're going to change. Okay. So just like that. Okay. First, I'll tell you that I need to add a private here. Okay, you put a private. Okay. So here, student count we'll use. Okay, see. Okay, like that. If I put a static variable become private, okay, then outside the class cannot access already. Okay, so we'll go to compile or run. They give you the error, they cannot access. Okay, they say this variable has private access. Okay, so there, if you put this variable to the private, then you must create one additional methods. Okay, and this is a common practice. Means at here we need one more method to print this value. At here, like second, right? But this time you only need get. We not allow people simply to set the new value for student count. We only can allow them to print. So this one, after you put create this with the private, then you must create additional methods. Maybe here lah. Okay, so we do put public static. Same thing. You got static, then it also must follow static. So private static in type get. Okay, correct lah. Get student count. Okay, so here does return student count. Okay, we cannot have a set because you not allow people to set one value, new value like that. No, we only can allow them to read the value. So we have one get methods. Okay, this one also different from other is just how we are static variable. So we also need to put static keyword here. Okay, static keyword here. So in the test class, you need to change to this method get student count. Okay, all this is error, so must put get student count. Okay, so just now we use the direct variable but for default, but now because we change it to private, they cannot access outside of class, so we must create one method to get that value. What's that? Oh, okay, thanks. All your friends give me. Yeah, I can't see the default space, empty space there. Okay, so you can see now the different version. The first version, we have this static variable. We only have extra method called get student count. No need if you put default. Okay, but you put private. Okay, you create it as a private like this. Okay, then you need one extra method called get. Okay, get student count. Okay, with the static one. Okay, then this one you can run. Then you can show the answer as a previously. Still same. Okay, so remember, static variable use class name to call. Class name. Okay, I show you that both also can get the same value, but by practice we are using the class name code to call the static variable. Because why? They belong to class. Okay, belong to all the objects, so they belong to class. Okay, then the variable or the variable we use a variable to call one is only belong to single objects. Okay, it's a single objects. Okay, means that they belong to this value belong to this object. This value belong to this object. Okay, therefore it's not a good way, okay, to use the object name to call this static variable. Okay, to get the static variable. So it's a best practice is use a class name because this one shared by all the object in the class. Let's call static variable. Like just how I mentioned to you already. If the blood color and blood type we declare as instant variable. Blood color you declare it as a static variable. So I hope we understand. Then the blood color is belong to all the objects, shared by all the objects. That's why we use a class name to call is more appropriate. Okay, anyone have problems for this static variable? I hope you must know one thing in your mind. Static variable is belong to class and shared by all the objects. Okay, one value. That means they are single locations to let other object and all the classes refer. So they share the common memory. Okay, but while the instant variable, each one they store in different location because each object, each instant variable have their own value and belong to only one object. Yes, we do want people change our value. Okay, that's the good things your friend asked. That's why I put a folder file here. Okay, I just want to let you see that this is a common practice. We declare our variable as a private, so no people can simply change your value. Okay, I hope you understand. If you didn't put private, later I can hear I just count simply plus +1, +3, +5, then you can change the value. So the best practice is like this. There's no way to set the value. You only can read what value only. Okay, in this version, okay, I still can change this one. Okay, I can student 01 dot student count equal to 10. Your value become 10 already. Understand or not? You still can modify the value. So the best practice, make it private. People cannot really do any setting. Okay, this one Saturday I put here student dot student count equal to 10. Their answer is different already. Okay, maybe you can test. Maybe you can test. So since you asked the question, so the best practice is put private. If not, you can simply change the value outside. Okay, so run. Can see, yeah. This one like Zuma, okay? Just really put one value, then automatically all change already. So we do want people change the value. So we put it private and they only can read. That's the best. So we cannot do like this. Okay, this is maybe I just put here wrong practice. Okay, I just show you lah. Since you already asked, I did demo to you. Okay, so there's the best is put your variable all private. That's why you can see not from the starting from the this second folders are all variable I put private. You can see this is a practice. Okay, common practice agree by all the person. Right? All your variable in the class there. Okay, class variable or data member all put private. Okay, maybe the final exam question will ask you the same thing. Okay, they say maybe they give this private keyword lah. Then ask you in this class, okay, what is suggestion to improve the encapsulations? Okay, encapsulation, I mean pack all the method and all the data member in a single unit. So they ask you something related to the encapsulation. They say, in order to make this class become the encapsulations, I need to change all the variable in the to private. Okay, first thing. Then second, you must provide a pair of methods set get. Okay, always remember after you change all this variable to private, then you must have set get methods like this. Set get. Okay, so based on the combination. So during a tutorial practical times, I will tell you, I show you the 3 different options. I hope you understand. The first option is I give like this, these two. That means you go set and get value using the methods. Okay, if I didn't give you, that means you cannot do. So there's second options. Okay, third option is you only give the set only. Okay, then option 4 is you only put get only. Like just now the static variable, I only give you the get method. I never allow you to set. All this you can control by yourself. That's why what you want to do on the class, you can fully control your variable. To protect a variable, simply change value by others. So with the set get methods. So there are 4 options here. Both method you give, or both don't give, or just give set, or just give get. So there are 4 options. Yes, very good. Encapsulation, you must change all your variable to the private, and at the same time provide a pair of methods set get. Okay, so very good, Noel. So now we go for the next. Anyone have any problems? Okay, because I think better use this way to explain to you lah. I demo, then I show you the code and I explain at the same time. Because all this is very practical. I just read from your lecture note. I think won't help you much. Okay, anyone have any problems? If not, I will continue the toString. Okay, toString method is very useful. Okay, now why I want to use toString? Okay, I tell you one reason. You see now how many rows of this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 rows. So many, so long. Okay. Okay. But I use toString method. I can cut short. This 6 line become 1 line. Okay, this is 6 line. become 1. So the string method is a common method they will ask you to type or put inside your class. Okay, to string methods. Of course, they got default one. Okay, got default. So every class we create, actually the automatic will put this one. Okay, extend. By default, if you didn't put, the automatic put this one. Okay, this is a parent class. So this one is a chapter 6. I don't want to confuse you. Okay, means when you create a class, if the class that didn't see got any parent, there's automatic will extend object, because object is a top one. Okay, create any class, all the classes below this object. And inside this extend object, inside this object class, they got a method called toString. toString. Okay, so but they will show you the address of the class name. Okay, so I'll show you to you. Here I didn't do anything. Okay, so in this one, I try to call the method toString. Yeah, so now I try to put it here. They will show you the address of the class. So I put stu01.toString. Yeah, I didn't create any method inside here. The student don't have, but I can run this. Okay, this is belong to the object class. This method is inside object class. I just call it, but this one did not give you very meaningful data. They just show you the address. They show this long. Okay, so long. Okay, this folder and this student and lion, the address where you put by default. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I try to create a method same name like this in this student class. Another meaning is I override the parents one. The parent one is show me the address like this, but in the child one, I want to change it, print out all the detail in the child class. Okay, therefore I'm going to override this. Okay, later we can see different answer. So now I go to copy first. Okay, the copy. Okay, maybe I put it here. So all the answers will be different object have different address. Okay, I just put it here before go for next folder. Okay, these are different objects. Because each object store in different location. So you can see now the address is different. They store in different location. Okay. So now I'm going to create one method called toString, same with this, to do differently. So that one we call it as a polymorphism. Okay, the keyword polymorphism. I inherit from parents, but I cannot use directly. I need to modify to display my own content. So I override my parent one. They call polymorphism. Inherit from parents, but I cannot use directly. I change it, modify. That's called polymorphism. That's why you will learn this one in detail on chapter 6, inheritance and polymorphism. Okay, so now I'm going to create this method. So I copy these two. Copy. Then come to here, right click, paste. Now, I can just how can copy paste any. Maybe just how the folder file, the many space there, they cannot recognize. Okay, so like this can. Yeah, so I try to put this so string to string. So now I'm going to create a method toString methods. So this one in import only. Okay, so now I'm going to create toString method normally at the below one. But of course I can copy this one first. because we're going to display all this data until here, not including the extra method, only the variable, the instant variable value. Copy. Yeah. So we come to here, we modify it. Okay, public. Always remember our method is all in public form. The reason behind that is we want to make this method shared by all the classes. So normally our method is public. Okay, so public string to string. Yeah, so I try to put all the data I want to print at here. Okay, so here just in the return. Now I can start it. Every row before start we can put a /n. Okay, and here you can put student ID. Just direct use a variable name because they okay, I hope you understand. So we can put any different set. Okay, so name is also name. Okay, I hope that you understand why I can put like this because it's within same class. I can directly call a variable value between same class. Okay, so plus so sex. So this one. And they print a similar things, but here I change to all to single methods and I reuse it for printing. Okay, so next one. Okay, this one is a difference, so just put account some plus is come only this is come. Okay, reactions. Okay, I hope that you understand. You know you may use a method direct use a variable name. So one more. Okay, so I don't need to type so since we already typed this one in the test class, so now no need type, just copy paste it and change a bit. So become and so there's another one. And this one is the pocket money. Okay, so we change all the value already. Okay, so they also printing the value like what you put in the test class. Okay, but here we simplify it. This one is method. We go to reuse this method to print out the rest of the this value. Okay, use this method to print. One method to print out every line. So like that now, we can cut short our code now. Okay, so we go to testing, the test class. After we have the toString method, go to test class, we can change. So this line, I will cut. I will replace all this. Okay. Student. So the rest instant variable I delete. I don't want to confuse you. I just erase. Okay, erase also. So this also no need any. Okay, because before the printing all the value, I already put the one space. Okay. Okay. Bring the size alternate. Okay. Message. This one is still need. Okay, call methods. This line should be on the top or here. Okay, to replace all this line. Okay, so you know our code become very short compared to the previous version. You need to print out one by one like that. But now just like that, declare this, okay, and then you call this method. And this method we're going to refer to here to print out all this value. Okay, by this way we can cut short our code. Okay, so our test class become only like that. Okay, so there's like to replace many row of print. Okay, this one actually equal to 6 row. Okay, this one should be print before should print before this method. Okay, so now I try to save. Okay, maybe it's got 2 page here So one is print the student 1 1, one is print the student 1 2 1. And also they also can refer to this. Okay, so both also can call method, no problem. Okay, maybe I can put here. So I put 0, but this one student 1 Okay, so just like that. Just like that. Okay, so we're going to save, and now we're going to run these toString methods. Okay, this is a best practice. Every method have to toString. Okay, in order to print out the value. So I run. So I can see. Okay, so it's the first students. Okay, message, and then we'll do a revision because I put 0. Okay, so another person is 1.5 hours a day. They print out all the value exactly same like what you see on the here. But now you cut short all this code become a single line because we're going to print this one again and again and again. So it's no point that you put like this. So can we imagine how many lines of code you can save? Let's say you got 100 students. Every student got 6 lines. Then you need 600 lines of code to print out the value. Okay, but in the version 2 using the toString 100 students, you only need 100 lines. Okay, but we can use still cut short. You still can cut short. Okay, here we use 100 line, right? Student 1, student 2, 3, student 100, correct? But we can use array to solve the problems. Okay, this one is still not yet using the array. Okay, not using the array, but we use array, then you can use a for loop. Okay, one for loop to print out all the value. Okay, the array object same like you put array of the like string. Okay, like string class. Okay, it's a reference variable. Remember, when talking about the array stored in the heap location, they'll pass the reference. Okay, so of you up to here, anyone have problems before I proceed to the next one? This one is using toString method. So see, only this one add on. This part to toString method. Okay, we can add every line I can put /n because before print I will put /n, so they won't join the two this object join together. So before print the object, the next line, so the new row. Okay, so all these new row and all the value are here, and this all variable is the variable between your class variable. All this value. Okay, only this char we need to put like this. Only char. Okay, because the empty space they cannot recognize. This is a bug actually. By right, you no need to declare. Okay, but you didn't put like that. Later your answer come out. it's very funny because they're not recognized as empty space. So only this one I put the default empty space. The rest I didn't put anything. Okay, for char, remember char special here. If you didn't put this one, then in the end you print out the value all join together. They cannot recognize the empty space. Okay, therefore I will purpose put like that. Okay, so just remember in this way we just add one method called toString, and I'm going to use it to print out the value. Okay, so this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will become a just like the single row to call like this. Okay, 100 student, you need only 100 line instead of 600 line. Cut short the code. Okay, but if we have another way to use the array, then this one will become even shorter. We use a for loop to print out this. Okay, like remember your array is still I equal to 0, I less than the length. Okay, length, then I plus plus. Then you print out all the value. Okay, now you can do like that, but of course you cannot set this one the value lah. Okay, this one can use a for loop to print. Okay, can I proceed now? Can I proceed to use the array one? Can I proceed? Okay, so use array. You want to cut short the code, but now after you array, then you can create many objects. So in your assignment, you need to use array of object at least. Okay, at least you must use an array object. Okay, else you can store the array object. Then you can use file to store your value, or you use the array list to store. Okay, you can also use a database to store. It's up to you lah in your assignment. Okay, based on your ability, you go to first, but minimum is store in the array. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this to file, and I put it in this folder. Same thing with, I got two folders like that. And 7. Okay, 7. Okay, we no need import statement because we no need the original class. Okay, the import statement here refer to import this folder, this file. So I no need to import. Okay, so I just erase the import statement. Okay, now I'm going to demo to you how to use the array of object. So the class at this, no need to change anything, remain same. Okay, only we change it in the test class using array. Okay, so how you going to do that? So now you can change the code. Yeah, so this one new student. Okay, use the common name. This one is array. Like what you do at the normal arrays is a square. And you put the size. Okay, so oh, okay, I hope that you can see. This is a student class array. Okay, so I got square bracket like a string. Okay, got square bracket. This is an array with a name called stud. Okay, and a new student I put 2. Okay, normally in your assignment maybe you put 100. Okay, but here I got 2 only, so I just declare 2. 2. Okay, so this one, okay, this one no need. Okay, just erase this. Okay, so no need. Okay, so this one change. Oh, you can see the difference, And this is what I mean array. I create a student object array with this name, then new student 2. So I'll give it 2 only. Then this one, the first one, I create new student. I using the first constructor, the empty one. Okay, means this one, empty one. Then one with the parameter one. Okay, so now we go here like this. So I create 2 objects. Of course, you can create many objects. Now I just demo to you only create 2. You create 3, 4, 5, then all lah. Okay, this is array of object. So we will have an array with a 2 object. Okay, after that, this one. Okay, so this one will become like this. Okay, of course, you will follow as I mentioned to you. For you always remember when the array confirm, the first element start by 0, and then you use a for loop to count to print out the value. Okay, so here in equal to 0, I less than. So what should I put here? What should I put here? No lah, use a variable. Okay. Okay, this is auto one. They automatically tell you what is the size. Here is 2 ma, so here is 2. Okay, so I plus. Okay, so that is not length. They understood the size too. Okay, so I equal start by 0, then I less than equal to length. So why? The length is 2 ma. So first 0, let's say 2. 1, let's say 2. 2, let's say 2. No, stop. Don't stop. So you don't put equal here. Just put less than this. Then here will run 2 rounds. Okay, like I think your array class, this in the array chapter, we also have this called dot length. In small stacker, they have bracket. We have. Okay, I forgot any go or not, but they still that dot length. Okay, in the second chapters. Okay, I think I take out already. Okay, I take out. Okay, so we're going to have a look. This to the dot length. Very good. Okay, so now we can run. Okay, run. Okay, you can see they have 2 set answer. This is the first object. There is a second object. Okay, anyone have problem with this? So it's in an array. My way of teaching is I try to add on something. So make the code shorter and shorter. So this one I put to string method because I want to cut short the 6 line become 1 line. Then after that I use the array. I can store the object. So I like this. Then of course this one I know need to print 100 line already. So in this case you need to 100 students. You need to put 100 line for this. Student 1, student 2, 3, 4, 9, 9, student 100. But this one, if you have array, you don't need to have many line of code. You just use for loop to print out every single detail like this. Just this one is an array. Then they will look. You got 100 students, they print 100. So it's just 1 line like this. Then use for loop to retrieve all the data from the array. I never have the problem of this size lah. How big you want, up to you. Okay, I think it's no limit lah. You can put as long as you want, because the array itself will allocate double size. When you can see the variable we have with array one, the size will double up. Okay, so it's like that. Yeah, because more time we use maybe put 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, they still can accept. Okay, for example, right. Oh, based on your type. Okay, so here too large. If too large, integer is 65,536, 5-digit. Like that still okay. 5 or 6 0 still okay. Like that still okay. This one too rush and cannot. This one. Okay, integer. Okay, integer. So this one. How many 0? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 0. Okay, 9 0. 9 value là có. 9 0 là. Correct lah. The value mà see. This is a 1 followed by all this value. 9 0. Like this lor. Because you know the first digit is 2 ma. So this is the maximum value lah. Okay. Okay, thanks for your question, because I also need to test. I never create so many of like this. So of course, I think the value should be like what your friends say. Okay, right now, 2147. Don't remember this. This is about 990. Okay, I think this one also can put 2. No problem. But 3, maybe they got problem already. Okay, 3 cannot already, because the maximum value is what your friend show. Okay, so of course, this case we should go back to. Yeah, but I think your assignment only equals so many give me 100 enough okay, in your assignment. Okay, so now we're going to do the next one. Okay, aggregation and composition. I think I rest for 5 minutes and continue. 100, 200 enough no need so many okay, unless you connect to database and different story. Okay, you put 100,000, but you connect to database, okay. But in the file for display, 100 or 200 also enough. Okay, remember you either can store purely on array, but unfortunately is every time you run, you restart, they all the value gone. Okay, here you type again. The second one, use a file to store. Then every time you have the value ready, then you get from the array, you store it to the file. So the file will record. Okay, this is the second way using file. Third way is you really connect to database. Okay, I think in this NetBeans, they have a database by default. Okay, they like connect to the database. Check. Source. Source. I think you got one database. Okay. My SQL, where is it? Okay, go to find the tab. I also forgot to put where they my SQL server database. Then you can create. Let me check. Next second is start from here. Go to the source where you check. Okay, you can refer to the video I show you on the Google Classroom. Okay, I go put one video how to connect to my this default database inside this software. Okay, I think I already put there. Also, where I don't know why they put any. Maybe you refer to one step by step and do. Okay, so just watch the movie I think the YouTube one. Okay, so the link, go click and then go to refer how they connect and so on. How do they create table connection and so on. Okay, just now where they put. Okay, there's so many wording here. Anyone have any problems? I just rest for 5 to 10 minutes and continue with the aggregation and composition. Okay, basically, and these are you can do your assignment. It's just like aggregation and composition is something like sharing. Okay, then we'll do that one. Okay, rest about 10 minutes. Then we'll continue with the folder 8, aggregation and composition. So let's go. Okay, so come back to this folder 8, aggregation and composition. Okay, so I go to change the class, the name here, I put it name. Okay, so this one is name. Name cannot share, so it's a composition. Okay, compositions, and another private address. And this one is aggregations. Yeah, later we'll create these two classes. Okay, at this moment I put like this. Composition means cannot be shared. Everyone have their own names. Cannot share. Okay, cannot be shared. This one can be shared. Okay, so we have these two new class. Okay, this is not it's not a normal data type, it's a class type. So we need to create a class here. And a new class called name and new class called address. Name. Okay, next one is new address. Data. Okay, also called error, so we can change. So we create two classes. Okay, this is a demo only. Okay, that means I show the example. By right, in your assignment, don't break your name. Don't break your name. Just put normal string name. That's it. Because Malaysian name don't have first name, last name. Only the foreigner have a first name, last name. We assume lah. Okay, the foreigner got first name, last name, and middle name. We assume okay, we just close our eye lah. Break it lah. So we break it to first name, last name, middle name. Foreigner got Malaysia. Yeah, no need. I just put name lah. Because our name so many pattern. They got another lucky lah. Then after that, binti or bin all this. So just put the name. We no need to trouble ourselves. Just name as IC. Okay. But foreigner, we just because the example for your notes, your book, we get from the overseas. Again, I mean the USA. Okay. That's why we follow the pattern. So their name, we assume we can break to 3 parts. First name, last name, middle name. Okay. So now we have this name class and address. So now we go to this name. Okay. So we need to create a name class. Now I can use some shortcut here. Here, right click, insert code. Okay. Constructor. That is. Okay. So we have a default one. We don't put anything. Okay, just default. After that, we create a variable. Private. String. Okay. Actually, I can comma, then last, second one, third one, but I try to break to 3 lah. Follow the standard. Okay. Some people like to combine together. Okay, first name, then comma, me. I think I can use shortcut lah. Okay, middle name. Okay. You can do like this. Okay, create this string variable 1, 2, 3. Okay, as long as it's all same lah. Okay, I try to use shortcut. But in practice, you create line lah. Okay, it's a similar. So now after that, we have the toString method. So you also can right click here, insert code. Take on override one. toString can see that. Generate. Okay, the automatic like this. Okay, first name, last name, like that. Okay, it's by default lah. Like this. We may need to change a bit. Okay, this is a keyword they have lah. Alright. But before that, I want to have second method lah. So like this. So right click, insert code. They got set get set getter. Okay, so getter is setter. Put off. Okay, so there. Get first name, last name, get middle name, get set. So the automatic one. So you no need to write. Okay. And this one I need to change lah. Okay, I want to print all this name in a single row. So that's why I create class really fast. So because they have a lot of shortcut that we can use. Okay, so return names. Maybe I can put before start /n. Okay, so name. So change a bit lah. Names. And so I only all this large. First name. Okay, then the last name. Just put comma. Wait. Okay lah. We join them together. Just put one space. Okay, the names. After that, they go first name, then space, middle name, space, last name. Okay, so this is regarding the name. After you create the names, okay, the class name is a default constructor. Then this one all the variable, okay. And first name, middle name, last name. Then after that, toString method like this. Okay, we assume we will print out something like this. Just a space. Okay, so now we go into address. Okay, we go back to address and similar. Okay, put a text bigger. Okay, so this one also we have a variable. Okay, we break our address to straight area. What else here? Normally address range, then area, postcode. Okay, postcode. And we have a city. And the last one is to state. Okay. Consider our Malaysia. Okay, so insert. Constructor, default one. Select initial constructor. Okay, just like that, default. Okay, so after that, I think we need to add another one. It's a full and variable one. Okay, so by practice we have a one is empty one with the all parameter. So it's a code constructor. We take off. Okay, I hope that you can see. So we just by practice so we normally give one is empty one and one with the all full parameter like this. Okay, so you don't need to type, we just use shortcut, same like this. Right click, insert code, this constructor, then tick. Okay, so you know the type, then after that, these two, then second method. So settle getter, tick all, generate. So second area done. Okay, so in the earlier stage, I didn't, the starting, I never asked you to use shortcut because I need you to remember. Type get, void set. You remember that one, you're familiar, use shortcut. Okay, so in the starting, just start. But now you know you type already, you just right click and then they come out. After that, you go to the toString methods. Okay, toString like this, generate. Okay, so this is address. Address. What you can do, /n, change a bit. Okay. Address. Yeah, so here we change this address. And so maybe after address, I put another /n. I mean new line new line plus this. Okay, then after that new line. Okay, plus the area. Yeah, or I just put. Then you print out the error message. Which I put a comma first. Normally street jalan 18 jalan then area. Okay, normally you put together. No, this one. Okay, so this one I put a comma. Okay, normally street area together, then postcode and city together. Okay, postcode city space area. Over there the state. Postcode city, then another row is a stage. Okay, /n. Okay, state is 1 new row, city and the postcode. Okay, and next one also /n. I just use my imagination. Okay, street areas should be together. So space 3 11 jalan what thing, then taman what. Okay. Okay, street jalan the space or area. Có comma nữa là let me check. Got comma. Okay, put a comma there. Okay, 11 Jalan 3, then Taman Sejahtera, and after that apa dia put number 13 Jalan. Okay lah, just put lah. Okay, same row but Taman. Then after that the next row postcode plus city, then next row state. Okay, done. Yeah. So these two class I create very fast because I use all the shortcut. Then after that I go to student here. Now this one this one become Nini. No problem, money. So what's this? Oh, need to change. This one become name address. Become another address. This one become the type is name. Yeah, change part by part. So then let me see what is the difference. Okay, this is a class type. Okay, we assume name cannot be shared. Okay, name is belong to individual. Only the address can be shared because can be few persons stay in one house. So addresses can be shared, but the name cannot. Okay, so name is composition, address is the aggregation. Okay, so second already done. Just need maybe here need to change a bit. Okay, so this one, like that. Here, so need to change. New server to the code. Not stable constructor. Oh, I put first. I also don't type in the code address. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, error already. So at least MOOIE at least. Oh yeah, the very different name. At least Bruce. Okay, I just bring one name lah. So that is. Then this address is the 1288 Jalan 57. Okay, and a comma. Okay, Taman Taman Bunga lah. Okay, Bunga. Fire. Okay, I create a new class called name because they got middle, last, and the first name. Okay, therefore I break it. But for Malaysia one, I don't want you to break it lah. No point. Just put the name enough. Okay. I just want to demo to you for these two only. Okay, aggregation and composition. Address, name, Okay, remember this one also declared as a string because we never use this one to do calculation. So just put like that. Lawang. This one is Selangor. Okay, so this one done, this one done. Also test class also need to change, but this one also need to put address and name. After address, name. Okay, name, student names. This one we should call name dot to string. Any error? Not on statements. Oh, okay. And address. Okay. Okay, here I need to change it because no need to have the title. So go to a name class, the toString method, straight away. Name. Only title we can put at the main there. Address also, no need all this address in front. Yeah, so this one only two classes, student already done. Okay, so this is how I do. Okay, just tell you, so this is new name, this is new address. I just put all the value in. Okay, so this one is the name and the address. Okay, for the constructor. Then in the toString method, we put like this. Okay, this is get from the name toString. This one get the address. Okay, after that go to test class. Test class to change the name of here. This one student ID name. I just put this one let's say okay, lazy to think for the first name last name turning. I just put that these three words become the first, middle, and what. Okay, like that. So this is a Lim Taiko. So it's a okay. I hope that you can see this. A bigger comma, new address. Okay, DDRS. Comma. Okay, so address we can use back the pattern that that's how I create one, the default value there. Okay, I just go to change a different address. The new address, I copy this, copy and put inside the test class, the address, replace with this. Okay, so now I change this one to another name, 2233. Okay, Taman Halimau. Okay, done. I just put like that. Still Rawang and Darasan. Okay, good. So this is things I save and I run. Okay. So address back to three line of course. The not arrange is a very nice way lah. Okay, let's see like this. Then Halimau, Lawang, Selangor, comma or forgot comma. Okay. How about I put all the name together? I see the name name any low small. Okay, name okay, but address I put in the same row lah. Okay. Give me a few minutes. I will stop the recording. This one I just put everything in a single line. City, state. So I just put everything in the same line. Postcode and run. Okay, I think this is all about Selangor Darul Ihsan. Okay, Selangor, put a space here. Okay, so done. So this is the last thing I want to show. So this is how we do. Okay, I just put address all in one line. So this one, Taman Mau, Rawang, Selangor. Okay, so this is how you're going to use the aggregation and the composition. So I explain more detail in the next class. I just stop right here recording. Okay. Okay, that's it for today. You can leave now. Then I'll continue the others for the second class, next class.